If you have yellowed headlamps on your old car or truck, you're gonna wanna watch this video because today I'm gonna show you the way that I prefer to get them fixed up and tuned up and projecting the right amount of light, and it'll make the front end of your car or truck look a whole lot better. Now, if you guys have followed along with my Copo truck build, you'll know, and you've probably commented, in fact, I've had more comments about the headlights on my Copo truck than just about anything else. As you can see, they're supposed to be clear, but they're obscured, they're clouded, they're kind of yellowed, and not a lot of light escapes from them through the bulbs, and also they just look unsightly. And the taillights, well, they have the same thing going on. That's obviously not as important for seeing while you drive down the road, but they don't look very good. They're just kind of faded and dull, and we are going to correct that. Now, you might want to just go out to, say, AutoZone, O'Reilly's, or Rock Auto, or Amazon, or something, and buy a replacement set of headlamps, which you can do. That'll get your truck looking good again. But I've had pretty bad luck with aftermarket light housings in the past. They seem to yellow out a lot quicker than the stock ones do. More often than not, the light pattern that they produce is very obscured. It doesn't look right. And rather than spend money on something that I know is probably not going to last, I'm just going to show you how to restore these, in my opinion, the right way. There's a lot of different ways you can, quote unquote, skin a cat. But the problem I have with like those headlight polishing kits where you basically just sand down and buff them is they don't last. Like, it'll temporarily restore the clarity of the headlight plastic, and it'll look a whole lot better for a while. But usually, every time I've done that, within another year or two, they're already faded again. So I'm going to show you a product that I've used in the past to make the headlights work much better. It'll make them look better, and it'll last a whole lot longer, just like the factory ones did, because these are practically 20 years old. So to get started, I am going to take my headlights out of the truck. Now, I should mention, you absolutely do not have to take the headlights out of your car or truck to make this happen. But for me, it takes like 2 seconds to get the job done, and it's going to be a whole lot easier with them out. So we're just going to pop the grill, pop the headlights out, and then we can get to work. So our process basically involves applying a new UV resistant coating to the headlight housings just to make them a little bit cleaner and to make them last longer. But you can apply it directly over that yellow nasty plastic. So basically we got to sand these things down, and then we're going to spray them with this stuff. Now, full disclosure, I've never used this exact brand before, but this is the closest thing that I could find to what I used to use back in the day. The last time I bought this stuff was when I lived in Idaho, and we just got it from like a local auto body supply store, but it's the same type of stuff. It is a UV cured headlight coating, basically. This stuff I got from Amazon. It was actually a 2-part kit. This is the coating itself, and this is like a cleaning solution, which I've never used the cleaning part of it. I've only ever done just the coating. And then sandpaper, we got some 400 grit, some 800 grit, and then just one of these like medium sanding block things. I'll put links in the description for all of this. It all did come from Amazon. It's not too bad on price. But so yeah, let's get to sanding. I have a little bit of water here, just a little bit of Dawn soap in there to kind of help clean as we sand, I guess. I've always used Dawn soap in stuff when I wet sand. Don't know if it's right or if it's wrong, but let's get to work. Already you can see like how much yellow stuff is just kind of running off. That's just years and years of oxidized plastic and some bug guts just flowing away. Just like that, she's all sanded up. So if you're successful with the sanding step, you're gonna have a bunch of this like yellowish plastic residue that's all over the floor, which just means it's no longer on the headlights, and the headlights themselves are gonna be kind of a white opaque color, which means they're ready for the coating. By the way, bonus points if your bucket matches your vehicle. So from this point on, we just gotta apply the clear coat, and this is a UV cured and UV protective coating. Basically, it's gonna stop the UV rays from damaging the headlight plastic, because that's what happens, that's how it oxidizes over time. If you happen to have a UV lamp, that's great, you can cure the stuff inside, or if you don't happen to have one of those, just stick them outside on a good sunny day and they'll be cured in no time, and the stuff gets like hard as a rock. So I have my temporary spray booth all set up, and we're ready to apply the coating. Okay, so we got one side of the front done. Looks pretty good. I'll show you the finished result in a second, but I am going to hit one of these rear tail lights to see if we can make a similar improvement. Oh yeah, so much better. So all three lights on the driver's side, you know, the headlamp, the marker lamp, and the rear tail lamp, I did those with just wet sanding with water. And the three on the driver's side, I actually used this, they call it sanding / cleaning solution, but I would almost bet money this is spray away glass cleaner or an equivalent, because it foams up, it smells almost exactly the same. I think it's just glass cleaner, but I used it on that side just to kind of see if it would make a difference, but I don't think it did. And this stuff here, this is like the magic in the can. I've probably got maybe half a can left after doing all 6 housings. And we almost got all of them cured, but then it kind of started to rain a little bit and the sun is kind of hiding behind a cloud. So I've got 2 lights, like I had them facing the sun one way and then they cured, but then when I went to turn them around, the sun went away. So let's see what we got here. It is, yeah, the sun is just barely hiding behind that cloud right there, but if that would go away, we could get the last little bit cured up. But let me tell you guys, this is a pretty awesome transformation before and after. Not a whole lot of effort either, like a little bit of sandpaper, a little bit of time, and this is what we have. Gotta say, the taillights, I think those were like the biggest transformation. Those almost look brand new, like you can't even tell. The marker lamps and the headlamps, they look really good, a lot better than before. Like this one, you can see there's like a little spot here. That's, I think, on the inside. And then like, they're a tiny bit hazy. And then the actual reflectors themselves on the inside are a little bit dull. So they're not perfect, but way better than before. I can't wait to get the truck out at nighttime now and drive it, because I've got some footage I'll put in before when we were driving this thing at night last time. It's like, his yellow light, you can't see very good at all. So the low beams were actually a brand new bulb. I think the high beams were newer, but just the lenses were so dang dirty, they cut down on all the light output. So we'll wait for the sun to come out. Hopefully these will be cured a little better. I'll put the truck together, give you some finished shots, and then we'll go for a drive at night and we'll see how much better, well, we actually can see. So I gotta say, guys, just looking at the front end of this truck right here, you wouldn't think that something so minor would actually make the entire truck look better, but honestly, having a almost brand new set of headlights, it kind of transformed how the truck looks. I mean, they're clean, they're clear, there's no more yellowing, there's no more cloudy, and the best part is they are gonna be so much brighter than they were before. But really, the biggest transformation was the rear taillights, and I never even gave much thought to them. I knew they were kind of faded and stuff like that, but as soon as I sprayed that first layer of the coating onto the taillights after sanding them, I mean, they are completely transformed. Before, they were just kind of dull. Now they are shiny, they're glossy. You can see the reflection in them. Like that right there, it kind of makes the rear end of this truck. And of course now it's protected for many, many years to come. So really, other than looking great, the only thing we have left to do is see if they actually help us see better at night. All right, guys, we're finally driving out here where there are no lights or anything like that. This is my standard low beams. You can see the high beams are not on. So much brighter than it was before, and I haven't even changed the bulbs yet. Before, I used to have my fog lights on, so check these out. These are LED fog lights. These are like incredibly bright, and I used to have these on just to see, but with the fog lights off, those are just the standard low beams. I can see so much better than the high beams. Boom, even brighter. So definitely a worthwhile mod. Just spending a little bit of time and effort kind of cleaning up the housings and making them look better at the same time. So that's going to be a wrap on this video, guys. If you want to learn more about the products that I use, just check the links down in the description below. It's all on Amazon and it's fairly affordable. And if you're new to the channel, do me a favor and check out this one video on the build of the Copo truck. That's what I call my orange step side. We've done a whole bunch to this truck, and I know this video was not very technical or high performance-y, but most of the stuff I do on this channel involves making trucks or cars go faster. So check out the video, I'll link it. I think it happens, I don't know, one of the four corners. Check the link in the description. Thank you guys for watching. Come back soon.